Hello, Vidargavia here, and welcome to this Minecraft 1.15 and 1.14 automatic chicken cooker farm. Oh man, we are in the snapshot pre-release 1, and this farm is amazing. This chicken farm produces a lot of chicken. Okay, so have a look at this. We have 3 designs here, the sort of classical ones here. A raw chicken farm produces around 3.5 stacks in the time that I've stood around here. This classical design, which is based around a lava bucket, giving you around 2 stacks in the same amount of time, and this here with a fox. And I'm so chuffed because this works very nicely in 1.15 and of course in 1.14 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 stacks in the same time as that one produced 2.5 and that one produced 2 stacks of chicken. So this is what we're going to build, a farm based around a fox. This is what it looks like, and this is what you need. A chest, 2 hoppers, 2 observers, a comparator. A cauldron is optional actually. You can instead, if you want to, place some blocks around here and a dispenser here to get the chickens in. It'll make it a little bit bigger, but you know, that doesn't really matter in most cases. A dispenser, a carpet, a minecart with a hopper, temporary rail to get that minecart with a hopper in place, a stair, some blocks, varying kinds, and some eggs, 2 observers and a dispenser to get the eggs or the chicken into the holding cell here. Then you need a fox, a name tag for that fox, just to be sure. A sword with a looting 3 and fire aspect 1 or 2. And an anvil to fix that up. Okay, so that's the things you need for this amazing Minecraft 1.15 automatic chicken cooker. So let's build this farm. You place a chest. Into that chest you point a hopper. And this is where our chickens are gonna stand, and it's where our hopper minecart is gonna be. And to get the hopper minecart there, you place a rail, you place the hopper minecart, and then you go down and you break the rail. Now, just to be sure, you can place some blocks around here for now, just so the minecart doesn't, go away anywhere. And now you're going to place a dispenser behind the hopper minecart like that. So basically, the hopper minecart is surrounded by the dispenser and some blocks on all other sides. The next step here is we're going to have a stair here. We're going to grab something that I forgot to mention before. You need a temporary piston and a lever or a block of redstone. And you're going to push this stair into the hopper minecart. And you place the piston like that, you power it, and there we go. And so yeah, what happens here is that actually, let's just redo that one more time. You have to have the stair facing into the dispenser. Sorry about that. Let's do that like that. Okay, so when it's done, it needs to look like this, so that you see the front of the stair, or the back of the stair, sorry, when you're looking at the front of the farm. So the chickens are going to stand in the little gap here between the dispenser and the stair, and when they grow up, the fox can see them and eats them. That's what happens here. We need a carpet next, and this carpet is what the fox is going to stand on. So he's going to stand there. Then we need some blocks here to build up around it so that he is nice and safe. And you can build 3 blocks like this and a 4th there. That's fine. Now, for the next step here, we need the second hopper, pointing that into there, and that's where the chickens are going to stand. And I'm going to do this without the cauldron this time, just to illustrate that as well. So then we need a dispenser, not there, but there, facing into this area here. And this is nice as well, because you can see how many chicken you have, and so on and so forth. And then we just need a block on top there. And we're actually ready here now to put the chicken in. And to put the chicken in, you fill this dispenser up with eggs. And then you take your observers and place them like that, so that they point into each other, thus creating a clock. And you can see here how the chickens are starting to hatch here. Now, if you don't have that many observers, or if you don't want to do that, you can also take a lever and you can place it on top of the dispenser and just go like this manually here. And I estimate you can keep going here until the chickens start dying from entity cramming. However, I estimate that you need probably 10 or 11 stacks of eggs here to fill this up with exactly 24 chicken, which is the maximum due to entity cramming. Okay, so that part of the farm is done, guys. Now we need to get our foxy friend in here, and we need to provide him with a sword, and we need to do all that sort of stuff. And the easiest way that I've found to do this is to build a little cage around about here. So right in front of the farm, or right in the middle of the farm is what I'm trying to say, so that you're one block away from the hole where we eventually want him to stand here. And make sure you have a block here. Oh, make sure you have a block here, this block here, because yeah, otherwise he might escape later on. Also build up, build up 2 on each side here. So then what we can do here is we can lure the fox into here, and then when we're done with him, we can break this piece of glass, and he should be able to crawl into that hole, and then we put a piece of glass above him like that. Now, it's not easy, guys, to catch a fox in survival. You will need definitely a lead or 2, and you need to find him in the correct biome. And I would recommend you actually find 2 and breed them up, because they're a lot easier to handle once they're bred up. Anyway, let's take some of this stuff here and prepare and make our fox do what we want. So, the first thing you need to do is you need a sword, right? Now, this doesn't actually have to be a diamond sword. It can be any old sword. The important thing is that we need to have fire aspect to get the chickens cooked, and we need looting 3 to make it so that we get extra amounts of chicken here. You also need the name tag here, and then you summon your fox. You take your lead. Stay! You... Don't you dare. You take your lead, you name tag him. And then you throw the sword on the ground, okay? Now, if you don't want to do this out here, you can always do it in the little cage that we created here. So, to get him into here, we just need to have a little staircase, and I don't know about you, but I found... When I did this in my survival world, I found that the foxes are not easy to handle. Because if they see... So now he's seen that chicken over there, right? It's very bad. Because now, no matter what I do, he risks actually coming out of his lead here. You see, he's protesting like mad. Mate, you need to come here. So yeah, this will take a little doing. That's all I'm saying, okay? That's what I'm saying. Right. Maybe now. I guess you could try and lure him up there with a chicken as well. No! I'm outsmarted by a fox. Damn it. Alright, so once you have sort of semi-control over your fox, you can try and lure him in here, and it should be fairly straightforward. There we go. And then you just run away. And I guess I already did the whole thing with the sword and that, but this is otherwise the optimal time to do that. Then once you're done with that, you can jump in here, and you need to sort of force him into this little hole here. I guess you can put your lead on him again and just walk this way a little bit. And there we go. And if you are crafty, you can of course as well then put a lead, or put the lead on the fence post there. And now if we go down here, we can put a block there, right above his head, and we can remove all these temporary blocks. And those and those. Okay, so here's what it looks like. When it's done, then you have the fox in there, and we can take the lead away. We have the fox in there, we have the chickens in here. They're separated by a piece of glass. But when the chicken lays eggs in here, they will come into this dispenser and be shot out. Okay, so the last bit we need to do is the tiny little redstone. We need our 2 observers and our comparator. And the only thing we need to do here really is we need to place from the underside an observer like that, so that the red dot is pointing downwards. And then we need to place the comparator facing away from or sensing the observer. And then we need to place an observer like that, so that the red dot is on the back there. And then finally we need a solid block of some kind to place underneath this dispenser here, or next to that hopper. And so how this redstone works is it senses when there's something in the hopper here. The comparator does. That fires this observer, that fires this observer. This block gets powered, which fires this dispenser, which is where the egg is. And that shoots it out into this chamber here. Some of the eggs will hatch, and once the chickens grow up, their hitbox will be just above the carpet there. The fox will see them, kill them, but because of the hopper minecart, he will not be able to get their loot. Instead, it will be sucked into the hopper minecart, into this hopper, and end up in the chest. And that is the whole thing, guys. That is what I would recommend you build for your Minecraft 1.15 chicken cooker. Yeah. So that's that, guys. 1.15 chicken cooker all sorted out. If you want to see how I built this in survival, go and check out my Obsidian Order SMP videos. This chicken cooker is in episode 3. There should be a link in the description and on your screen right about now. We had fun building that, and I have to say we have a lot of fun building in general over on that server, so go and check it out. For now, thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Bye!